Hi guys, my name is Jilak Bari, and today I'm going to be talking a little bit about the disaster management program in Egypt. Some of the histories of disasters in Egypt, they definitely experience a lot of droughts, earthquakes, and flooding caused by extreme storms. In the past 50 years alone, they've already experienced 6 intense earthquakes, and in 2010, 12 people were killed by flash floods. The rationale behind the programs being implemented in Egypt right now makes sense given its history. They're currently coming up with a committee in charge of strengthening Egypt's capacity to handle hazardous situations. A 10-year plan aimed at improving safety procedures to help in disaster management. A national platform developed to back HFA. The entire population of Egypt only takes up 5% of the surface area, so the government is constantly concerned about overcapacity, and instead of focusing on the national disasters that are going on, they really just are focused on capacity instead of quick response time. So to me, there is a confusion implementation pattern because while they're taking their time, the national government doesn't know whether to step in right away or not. As far as planning goes, right now their system is just developing, and it's a slow process. But they've really started to look into a strategy to combat extreme climate changes. So floods, cyclones, tsunamis, these are all major problems. And one of the ways they look out for this, they monitor the temperature. If it raises a degree, if it drops a degree, they're constantly watching that. One of the main groups helping out in Egypt right now is called the Egyptian Red Crescent. Their focus is on civil defense, first aid, psychological support, and shelter. And in 2012, there was also another group that was formed. It's called NDRT, or National Disaster Response Team, and they have a more precise focus on achieving the safety in a more timely manner. Some of the obstacles that Egypt will face with their disaster management is the fact that they have a really good setup for what comes after the disasters, but they don't have any preparedness kind of plan set up. They don't have any programs or training for the people at universities. No one knows what to do, and so when this chaos happens, everyone's just kind of running around with their heads chopped off like chickens. Without all the disasters that have recently gone on in Egypt, a lot of the plans and organizations that exist today in Egypt wouldn't be there. The Egyptian Red Crescent, their Spear Plan, it wouldn't exist, and they also wouldn't have a knowledge that they're vulnerable. I really hope my briefing was informational for you and that you learned some information. Some of my main sources included Science Direct, Prevention Web, UNISDR, and Egyptian Red Crescent. The rest of my resources are to the right, and you can see them right there.